No, I don't. Really getting the top of everybody's head. Whatever. Forgive me. Me. Wherever I move. I don't know. Forgot what we got. I don't care.
It's on.
It's on.
Okay. Okay, has everybody had a chance to sign in? Okay. We are going to postpone the election of officers for 2026 till next month, February. Maureen,
Hey,
it's you.
thanks for letting me go.
You're welcome.
I've got to get it.
Okay.
Very briefly, I've got this right of way map that you are looking to submit to rural development that needs your signature and Rick's signature. Rick, I think you got an email from Darren.
Okay.
And then,
Yeah, she also sent me a water contract, I emailed her, said they have wells here, of water.
yeah,
I don't know why she sent that.
I'm not sure either.
Sometimes that's the one's supposed to be attached.
Okay.
Oh, no, I don't know. Here's the
Okay.
progress report. That I think
You need to sign right on this.
you need to sign on one line and then Rick sign on the next, yeah. There's a. This is also what Jared had sent as well, just to, just to summarize, it's kind of a monthly update. As you know, there's multiple parts to this project. Division A, the sanitary sewer rehabilitation, the final design is complete. We're submitting that project to rural development following this meeting this evening for bid authorization. The permit applications have been submitted and in a process of being reviewed. Item not required is rehabilitation only for this Division A. This railroad was submitted in December and will respond to comments from the reviewer. County drain encroachment permit, no further action is needed this time. The county floodplain permit, no further action is required this time. The NDOT right of way permit. We'll talk about that with Division B. Bidding, I think that Darren talked to you about how this gets bid out. A base bid, mandatory alternatives, that's because we're hoping, of course, that the money we've secured will pay for all these multi-pieces of parts that we have to see what our contractors come in, what their bids are. On Division B, wastewater treatment plant and lift station upgrades, the final design is complete. We're submitting it to rural development following tonight's meeting. Lift station, the schools provided the right of entry agreement for the school lift station work. So thank you very much for helping us coordinate with the school. I know it was a little bit bumpy there, but it got done, didn't it? Permitting NDOT right of way permit was submitted in December. Permits being reviewed by NDOT. We're responding to comments from the reviewer. The IDEM construction sanitary permit was also submitted in late December. That's being reviewed by IDEM. No comments have been received. Bidding again, we'll put this out in several pieces and parts to make sure that we've got enough money to get all this work done. Division C, the lagoon sludge removal, the final design is complete. Lab testing for lagoon sludge contents was completed. So there's no issues for the lagoon with sludge. Testing. We received results for the fecal chloroform test and nothing concern is noted there either. Permitting, no permits are required for this construction. A land application permit by the contractor may be required at the construction board. depending on the method that the sludge disposal used, the option of land applying or hauling off to set offsite regional centers provided for bidding competition purposes. So I think I've all talked about this with Darren and Abby. Okay. So we're on schedule. I'm gonna that this tomorrow morning. I'm gonna hand this up to Abby and Darren. We'll start the bidding phase by the end of January, subject to rural development approval. All the bids, hopefully, with development approval schedule, all the bids by February, and we'll close the loan by the end of April. That's rural development happy, and we'll keep program. So that's all I have for you. That's any questions? Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome for letting me
Thanks,
know.
Lori.
We're rocking and rolling, right? On this part. Too much, there's always gonna be bumps in the road, but seems like it's going smoothly, so far, doesn't it? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Maureen. Thanks. Jeff, have you had a chance to look at the minutes from December?
You do it.
Any motion to be approved during committee?
Second that, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Have you had a chance to look at the claims?
Yes, I did. I'll be ready to do this as well.
Okay, I second that, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And the clerk must collect the employment and contracting certificates of compliance with nepotism from the board president. These were all turned in before December 31st to the president.
May not have, probably should say should have been. And so, but we have them now.
Okay,
I actually just learned of this report that has to be one. Another report, it's new.
okay,
And I have copies for everybody to sign and to send you. I mean, there's two. There's one for direct line supervision, which is for employees.
okay,
Yours, there's yours. There's one for Lindsay. And then the second one is for our municipal nepotism policy. And it is having to do with contracting. And we and did I say three, on the
Only
only
one, okay,
there was a reason I printed this stuff. There was a reason I didn't think. Because we do contracts with your husband
okay,
or yourself, actually, because you are the owner of the company, correct?
no,
Oh, I thought you were at.
no, Kyle, no.
Okay.
Mhm.
But I don't think, because we actually just hire you here and there, we don't actually do a contract with you. I didn't think that there was a problem. And it's sort of a contract. The contract. And I printed all the contracting information.
You tell them, then,
No,
thank you.
I think
You have to sign both of them.
that's yours. Yeah,
You
that's,
have to sign both of them to turn them in.
that's yours.
I have the information there on the net visit. The one of them is no problem, that's pro, for sure, because we don't have any employees or their relatives.
No, today is the 12th.
Well, my understanding is I'll have to produce those for state. And. She's one. Just if it's simple. Goes through that, that's how a little bit. This one is, actually, I emailed this to
You did, and I have it. I think I have most of it filled out, but I'm gonna ask you on some of it.
Okay,
When we're done, if that's okay.
yeah, and we have to. We may need to table these two because. Jeff really can't sign the one that I'm turning in, although I don't know that I had to turn it in, but
Okay,
because, and. You can't sign that one and Lindsay's gone, so I think we need to
Correct. So we-
table these two.
for the conflict of interest form.
Mhm,
Okay,
because we're missing our third person.
okay, so we're just gonna table the review of the conflict of interest till next month. Okay,
Eric, what is exactly, you have a contract that your husband does
excavating,
excavating
yes,
on an as needed basis?
on an as needed basis.
That's what I thought, that she was okay with it because it was not a contract, but it was as needed.
I'll look at this, everything's.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
She says, needed, but I think
Yeah, with you.
Remove.
Oh, but yeah, you've done that. Okay. Okay. All right. Is that all you have on that?
Yes.
Okay.
And you want to go ahead and sign yours and I won't turn it in?
This,
Yes, the contract one,
yes,
that we all have it anyway.
yes, 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 I will. Well, yeah. The ordinance 2025 4 for a fee increase for outside utility work was published 12/17/2025. Old business and open projects. Have anything? Maureen talked about the sewage plant. Think we have any more sewage plant updates that I know?
The superintendent,
There was a call, well, they tried to do a call and
So he was supposed to be on a Teams meeting with me and Abby, and he was a no-show.
a no-show.
It was just me and Abby. I think she did get in contact with him.
Abby went finally,
Don't hold me to that,
okay,
but I think that's how I understood her later on.
okay, all right. The CCMG matching grant to reseal the streets updates or on hold till 2026.
Yeah, actually, there's not supposed to be, it should just be on hold.
Okay,
Scratch that.
okay, on hold.
Go back to spring.
Okay.
Yes.
Stormwater fund and planning project tabled for a month last meeting. Guess we'll table that till next month. Thank you. Well. Talk to Maureen or Tina. All right, building permits.
I don't have any new ones. I did have a guy contact me last week about the vacant lot at First and Main on the west side. I met that guy there, showed me where sewer line is, the well is,
Mhm,
the approximate property lines. I said, I don't know exactly, but it was surveyed and here's where the stakes were.
mhm,
And he was wanting to put a 3-bedroom house there. Only what the setbacks were from the streets,
mhm.
from the alley, and the property line. They kind of measured that off. Then he asked if there was any ordinance that would not allow him, like it, can he only take up a certain percentage of the lot of the building? I said, there's nothing that I'm, you can fill the whole lot with a building as far as I know. Cause I've never seen any, as long as you're in setbacks.
Setbacks, yeah,
He said, oh, that's great. So they won't put 2 houses there. Stick built,
okay,
not a double wide or anything like that.
okay,
He just wanted to talk to me about the lot and the utilities that was there. And what he could and couldn't do in setbacks before he bought the. He said, so I think the way he talked, he's gonna buy it. I told him if you buy it, then you gotta get back with me to get a permit. And then I urged him to get it resurveyed, so he knows exactly
where,
where they are.
okay, all right.
Seems like don't a lot, be tough to have a well on there too.
Actually, the well that's there would set almost between 2 buildings. That south end on First Street that has such a hump,
Mhm,
you want to know if he could cut that back. Put a retaining wall in there and use that part for parking, which see nothing against that. Actually make it better than it is now. One thing I did tell you to check with was that Duke Energy has several guide wires. That whole, the south side of his property. I said, you might check with Duke
okay.
before you go any further, because I don't know if they require so many feet from their guide wires.
They're about half of that, and more than that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of.
Uh, Sewage utility, that's you, Scott.
The plant's doing well. Our flow is down because of the obstruction in that pipe. Um, we've been fairly lucky in that December and into January here, it's been pretty dry. I would like, to go ahead and have Foodways come out and see if they can't dislodge what we believe is another turtle cell.
Something out of there again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we get into heavier flows, and that way we can keep things down. We're just barely keeping enough water going to the state yard. So, if you're good with that, then I'll get that arranged here this week and then either end of the week or beginning of next, we'll get half out here. But, everything else is doing well. When we get to March, well, end of February, beginning of March, we'll order the chemicals we need for disinfection. And then we'll double check all the equipment, make sure it's all good operating order before we beginning of that.
All right, I'm okay with that. Are you okay with them on fluid waste? Yep.
So, yeah, I had talked to Sean about that for kind of, say how it works.
We're doing about 25 gallons a minute, maybe.
Yeah.
It ain't much.
That's not much you want to say, Arson.
Yeah.
You mentioned ordering. You're probably not ordering anything from Legal right now, right?
We're thinking about that. We do need to get the payment to Hawk. Then I can get that meter, calibrated and cleaned and screwed up and stuff. So they sent you if we paid it, then it's good. Okay.
Although I have a group of about 8 to 10 checks, all of them work together and not putting the bank.
Okay. Well, if you,
Similar.
okay, if you just double check, let me know, but, I'm going to try and get those. Got 2 or 3 facilities that need their stuff calibrated for the year, and I want to get them done here, so.
Well, you just asked about it, you order any dedication. Frank, send her the tip and then they get me a couple of cans to get me through the day.
Okay.
One, 2 cases?
Just one case. One case should finally do it.
Or be asking for more here in April, I know.
I hope not. Not my plan anyway.
I need that.
I need to get with you too, Scott, about an inventory of some of the equipment out there. I have some information on the equipment that we have, but I don't know that I have what we really would call the equipment. You know, I have
Oh, yeah. that's
sort of
no
a
problem.
name, and so I'll send you what I've got and maybe we can work on that. I'll need that.
Well, we're gonna need that anyway for that. That's it.
Yes.
Have, Don start writing down certain.
That would be great. That would be terrific. And then maybe I can look at when they were really purchased them. Figure out what they're going to do.
Well, you may have purchased them, but this may not be there.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. I need to clean that up too, so.
Perfect. Okay. Marshall. Move on past the Marshall.
We did get one, have a feeling one resident. Mhm. Well, he sent that, and I don't know where he got his information at, but he knows about it somewhere.
Okay. All right, Jeff.
Okay. There's the paint that when you buy over at Tiffin, just pays that back to me, other than sales tax. And the other day it was desperate. She just happened to be in Tiffin and I checked every place in Frankfurt, no, I got it. They got every color but green.
You would need fine.
I'm good on flags. Cause most of these locations I've had to do lately is in asphalt and alleys, so I'm not in yards. Okay, for this month, or the past month, on the town side, plowed snow and salted the street several times. The one warm day, I went up, took the tractor loader uptown and broke up all the piles of snow, so they would, that's a good way quicker. During that good weather, I pressure washed the truck and spreader, get all the salt off the pit. And then I took a couple hours on my own time. The assistant J&J Electric with some boarding issues. Didn't charge the town time because I filled up my daily work to help them. But I helped them and it saved them 2 hours out of the day.
Okay.
And what I helped them with was I gave them a place to dump their slurry back to sewage plant. And I filled their back truck full of water out here off the fire truck. So I just did that on my own time, because if I had not done that, it was gonna cost me 2 hours to haul it off, go get water, go slow it down.
Okay.
That's pretty much it on the town side. Wastewater side, I've done 15 locate renewals. One new locate and one emergency locate. Then, I got a call for, that emergency locate was for, on West Third Street, their duplex on the northeast or northwest corner had a sewage backup. They asked me if it was main. I said, no, it's not the main. I know it's flowing. So they had, Skip, or not Skip. Chip Douglas come in and dig it up. When he started digging, I went up there to make sure. Always leery of somebody digging up, even though it's a residential site. But they could auger it out. I wanted to shove something on through and drop it in the main. I just kind of like to see him pull out whatever was in it, and it was roots, and it's pretty hard. But after they got that cleaned out and repaired, that was all I did there. After I sent my report out this morning, I thought of several other things. Last month, I talked to you about the 3 ordinance violations. 2 of them I got served. They took care of their issues in the 10 days. The third one, I've made 3 attempts to serve it, and nobody was ever home, but evidently they missed and got the hint off the Ring doorbell camera. But I kept coming back, and they resolved theirs without an ordinance.
Yeah.
You and I talked there a couple weeks ago about what's going on here at the Stone Company.
Correct.
We need to get that guy getting down here and telling you can't do everything that you're doing. But it's gonna mess up the drainage at some point.
It is, and I don't know, do we need, should we have Rick send something? You wanna explain to Rick what's going on a little bit?
First off, we're at the end of Ohio Street that goes through the Stone Company. They blocked it with stone. Well, they can't do that. Because it's still an open street. Then they moved it, opened it back up, everything was fine, but now the big wigs at IMI is having him pile stone all over and around
Firm.
because they're trying to keep people out, because he thinks they're stealing thousands of tons of stone, which they're not. But when he's doing this berm all the way around, it's gonna start restricting drainage. I would, if you think it's okay, I'd rather just have him come down, meet with her and I, and explain, here's why we don't want you to do this.
Okay.
Here's where you can and can't, that's not gonna affect something. And then I noticed yesterday, I do have a little ace up my sleeve, because they piled one pile of their stone in highway right away. So if he wants to give us any guff, I'll say, okay, now I'm gonna call NDOT. And you're gonna move that pile of stone off the right
Were
way.
they entirely town? Were they
Yes,
just in town?
they're within the town.
Okay.
Part of that, almost half of that round is leased from the railroad.
Okay. Affect the county drainage or anything? Get it damn cheap on.
I would say yes.
It can, because the other thing I want to tell him is you're responsible for opening up that open ditch that goes through their property.
And he's got like a huge pile of stone that's
Yeah,
like right by it, right in front of it, literally.
which him lining that open ditch with stone is a good thing, because that keeps it from silting in, running into that open ditch and filling it back up. So that would be a plus.
Yeah.
But if you think it's okay, I'll have her call that guy. We got his number. And just have him meet us here and visually explain to him, here's why we don't want you doing this, but here's where you can and can't.
Good, good.
And then if you're getting guff from that, then we'll turn it back over to you.
Okay, perfect.
I also have a question about it. This is kind of an ordinance violation / law enforcement issue. There's a car uptown. It's been sitting there for months and months with an expired plate. I know who it belongs to. Am I okay giving him an ordinance violation for the expired plate and it's been sitting there for months instead of 48 hours. That's kind of a fine line between law enforcement and ordinance violation. It's kind of a dual thing. But I didn't want to say anything to him until I talked to you, to make sure.
One is violating the ordinance.
Well, I don't know if the car don't run or what the deal is, but it's been sitting there since last fall. So I'll get a hold of him. I'm going to the second and last disaster mitigation meeting on the 14th. That will satisfy us in our FEMA disaster relief that we, to qualify for disaster relief for FEMA funds. I got to attend 2 meetings with somebody that, so I did the first one. That's coming up the 14th.
Okay.
I also, I think either in February or April, sure yet, because Tim Carson hasn't got back with their final. But I gotta go to the LTAP or the PACER street grading certification school. I gotta go to one online one and one in person. They're trying to get the in-person one closer than Fort Wayne, Columbus, Terre Haute.
Oh,
They're trying to get one like Ivy Tech at Kokomo.
okay.
But I got to do that.
Okay.
And then one last question I should ask Maureen, but it's not a big rush. I know we talked about one time putting an electronic gate at the sewage plant out at the road. Was that in the scope of the upgrade, or does anybody know?
Don't remember it, but I couldn't tell you.
I don't think,
Just?
I don't think it, I don't,
Well, here's my issue.
okay.
I can't catch them, but there's people from outside of town that's dumping truckloads of brush. There's times I can't keep it burnt fast enough. Then somebody dumps several trash bags full of, they must have emptied out their old meat out in the freezer and they just dumped it out there. I don't care who takes stuff from the town out there. I'll burn that all the time, but this is not coming from town.
That's not,
That, because there's way too much brush there for. Because I can tell when somebody's trimmed their trees or their shrubs in town, and this just appeared a couple weeks ago after I'd burned it. So at some point, I don't know if we can include that in that project, if we could have put a gate out at the road,
out towards the
off the road,
road, but okay.
so you could pull in. And it'd have to be a sliding gate, not a swing gate,
Yeah,
because it's snow.
like a chain drive.
If we could keep them out of there from dumping,
Okay.
kind of close that entrance off somehow.
Well, that allow the people in town that don't, because listen.
They can call me. I'll put a sign on the gate to call me, just like I put a sign on the back gate, any deliveries.
Maybe during
Call.
such and such hours.
Yeah. They can call me anytime, Monday through Friday, you know, from
Yeah,
7 to 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I don't care who dumps there from the town, but this stuff's coming in from not the town. So in turn, it's costing town money for me to go out there and burn those big piles from someplace in the county.
all right, we'll check.
If I just looked at that parking ordinance also, and it does authorize you to do it.
Okay,
Give me a notice or a ticket. But it also says the board can authorize the person besides the town marshal.
I'll do a verbal with him.
Okay.
I'll actually do an ordinance violation, hand it to him, tell him he's got 10 days to put plates on it or move it.
Okay.
It needs to be moved anyway under the ordinance.
Yeah, it should
Whether it's
be,
licensed or unlicensed.
Yeah,
but yes, you're right.
okay.
It's in the business district, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, it's in the 300 block of Maine. That's all we got.
Public comment.
I was paying attention to Mr.
You're
Klein,
okay.
talking about the limbs and stuff out there between Chuck's pasture and and the drive you're talking about. I see a lot laying along the road there too.
Mhm.
So you actually have somewhere back there that town people can't actually go back there and bring their brush
Yes,
for city people, I mean, in town.
in town.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, there's a pretty good sized area in the woods that I cleared back to make it safe to burn, and people that trim their hedges and trees, or if they have
I
tree
understand.
limbs down, they can take it back there and I'll burn it for them, but people from out in the county somewhere is hauling truckloads back there for some reason.
That's nice to have for the city. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I cut up my own brush today and I burned mine, so.
You know, I thought he was gonna say he brings it back.
That's okay, that's okay.
I'm here tonight. Do you want me to go ahead?
Sure.
Oh, I'm here tonight to talk about small potatoes other than the town, but it's got to do with the town. My name's JT Potter.
Okay.
I'm a rural resident, of Michigan town. And I've lived there almost 20 years, and that's me. And I've always liked that the Dollar General store that we recently got in a few years now had a produce department, because it would save some money from going to here and there, which is 10 miles away, 20-mile trip, turns a bag of potatoes into, $10,
Yeah,
if that's all you're going for. And,
yeah,
but the manager out there, I mean, I've spoken to the manager, and her name's January. And she said really all she needs is like a get-go from the community, from the mayor.
okay,
I'm just saying, this is what Dollar General asks sometimes. They say the mayor, the town board,
okay,
and sometimes that's all they need. But with the store, I mean, they have to figure logistics out. Does it make sense to have it here?
okay,
Because they have to have produce runs, and they can't go 40 miles out to do this one if they don't pass by it. But I believe since Rushville has produce, Sheridan does, Kirkland, I can't remember. I haven't been here since. Okay,
Rossville does.
Very good.
Mulberry.
Walden, or,
Okay.
yeah, Mulberry, not Rossville.
why not Michigan town? That's what I'm here for. And I'm just asking for her. She couldn't make it tonight. So,
Okay,
if I could get something from, or anybody to take something to her is great. I mean, that don't have to come through me at all. I'm just getting the ball rolling.
okay,
Trying to do
When you and I talked here a while back, when they were building that, the general contractor said they had put in provisions for produce, but wasn't putting it in until they seen how much foot traffic and revenue they generated.
that makes sense.
Which, yeah, I get that.
Okay,
However, it's never went anywhere, and that door was sliding open
all
all day long.
it is,
So you can't tell me the foot traffic getting there.
right, okay,
Mr. Potter lives just outside of town here where Russ Rule lived, if you know. It's around the curves from the AT&T office.
okay,
or the Swings farm where
okay,
yeah, that's
Okay.
one out.
okay, okay.
So it's,
Um, So they're basically needing a letter from us,
that would help. That would start something.
like, okay, to have a produce.
Just say, if I were gonna write it, I would say the town's really interested, the majority of the town, because really everybody I've asked you between friends and
Yeah.
and a few others, just like, yeah.
Yeah,
I've never heard of like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
asked one guy one day, so would like produce here. He said, well, if you're supplying, I said, I don't grow produce.
yeah, yeah,
I understood him. I
Yeah.
used to be an agent here in town.
Okay.
Anyway,
right,
but I'm here to try to get the ball rolling. This is my first town meeting on almost 20 years I've lived here, and thanks
Well, thanks
everybody
for
for letting me
coming.
in. And yeah,
thanks for coming, you can come second Monday
okay.
of the month, so.
Okay. And your name is what?
I'm Carrie Russell,
Carrie? Okay.
Yeah.
Carrie.
is it a letter we need to write up, or should our attorney write up? Come from us,
Just have,
or have
we'll
Pam,
authorize you to
okay,
reach out to Dollar General
okay,
and just express the town's interest in
Okay.
having a,
Yeah, really, it's just so simple. It's so
want to make it
simple
a
like
market or
that.
just a
Pardon me?
produce? Make it a DG market or just a produce?
Well, they're calling her DG. The store's changed names, not changed the name Dollar General,
Right.
but they've Fresh Market, the Dollar Market. They try these different formats, and out of 21,400 stores, so only 7,000 have produce. Okay, so that's a third, but why not
Yeah.
7,001? You know, they're gonna build another 450 stores this year. That's their plan for 2026.
Yeah.
Just
It'd be a good thing.
She says you're set for it because if you're all familiar with the store, when you walk straight in, you turn right.
Correct.
There's the alcohol aisle, then there's the chip aisle, which is actually Shelby.
Uh-huh,
I believe that will come out. And a cooler was be set there, you know, up in the air somewhat to put some of the stuff on Shelby.
okay.
You know, some of the stuff that doesn't need to be in the cooler. And she wants to put the potatoes, all the, what do you call it, dry, like potatoes.
The stuff that doesn't actually get cold.
That doesn't have to be. Yeah, she wants to put those right in front and when you walk in. So that's kind of her plan. And she's the one that's trying to keep this organized. And I think she's really done a great job with this store, keeping it clean.
And her name's January.
January.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I wrote that down right.
I had asked twice.
I'm like, okay,
I'm bad with names, but I can't
That's
forget
okay.
hers for some reason.
that's okay, okay. All right, well, I will get a hold of her and go in and talk to her and see what she wants or needs from us.
Uh-huh.
And if it's a letter, we'll write up a letter.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah,
So
that'd
it
be
sounds
great.
okay.
She would love it, because she's really
Okay.
interested in doing this. She's got the manager gumption, I'll just
Okay.
call it, to get things going and, but without a little help from the town, she kind of is tied down somewhat.
It'll be hard for corporate to listen to one of their managers, but what,
Yeah,
Is it-
one manager
Okay.
that's true.
without some kind of support.
Yeah,
It's a number. What do you mean as far as a letter? I'm not sure I followed you. on that.
No, it would be hard for the big corporate to listen to one manager saying, I want produce. They're gonna say,
Oh, otherwise than having something from the community.
yeah, when you have backing from the community,
Yeah.
that's what.
okay.
I see
Yeah.
what she's saying.
That's why I'm here, because
Okay.
my mouth wasn't working.
That's okay, that's okay, okay. No, I will stop there and talk to her then.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Any other questions, comments? No? Okay.
I'm saying something after I get home.
Alright. That's okay. All right, next meeting, February 9th at 6:30. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that was simple.
You don't see them.
Supervisor, listen.
Thank you.
I've been through my show.
Good enough.